Matt Healy seemingly made a jab at his ex Taylor Swift when he mentioned his casual romantic encounters in a recent interview, explaining why he no longer writes about heartbreak and his past relationships. Matty, 35, and Taylor, 34, had a brief relationship last year, but ended things in June 2023. Taylor appeared to allude to their fleeting romance in her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, released in April this year. It's widely thought that she targeted the 1975 frontman in her song The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. But Matty has now stated that writing about previous romances is such an obvious thing to draw from. During a guest appearance on Joshua Cidarella's podcast Doom Scroll, Matty discussed his music-making process and his writing preferences, saying, "Last year, I became a much more recognized public figure for various reasons. The only aspect I cared about was what I was doing. I think many artists become preoccupied with their narrative or the events outside their art that people are aware of, and they want to address that, which is understandable." Referring to his band, the 1975, he added, "Maybe on my first album, which was largely a collection of journal entries filled with bits of heartache, I wrote more about relationships and similar topics. But honestly, I would just be deceiving myself if I created an album about, I don't know, all the things said about me or my casual romantic encounters or whatever it may be, which I've kind of become known for simply because of my fame," he explained. "I think that's an obvious thing to draw from, and I'm just not interested in it. I believe in challenging the status quo," he continued. "So the thought of making an album about something that personally happened to me, that by the time I release it will be 2 years old, I see others doing that too, and it's not intriguing." Meanwhile, Taylor is recognized for allegedly crafting songs about her past partners, including John Mayer, One Direction star Harry Styles, and Twilight actor Taylor Lautner. Following the release of The Tortured Poets Department, a source informed Us Weekly that Matty's response to the supposed song about him was positive, and those close to him couldn't be happier with how the album turned out. A source remarked, "Matty still holds Taylor in high regard, but we were all anxious about what she might say on the album. Matty's family were concerned that Taylor would portray him negatively. He's been coping well with life in the public eye, but the last thing he needs is for every Swiftie in the world to view him as a villain." Another insider told the publication, he was worried that their story would be presented unfavorably, but was really grateful for the heads-up he received from Taylor. However, it appears Matty didn't focus much on the album overall, as when asked by a reporter from Entertainment Tonight in April what he thought of the diss track, he politely responded, "I haven't really listened to much of it, but I'm sure it's good." The lyrics in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived reference a man in a Jehovah's Witness suit and rusting my Swift's sparkling summer. Matty is known for donning distinctive black suits during live shows, and the couple is believed to have broken up in June 2023.